What's going on, fellas? So, if you want to throw off your haters and keep toxic people at a distance so they don't disrupt your energy and distract you and potentially ruin your life, you must understand the power of silence. All right, guys? Silence, my boy. Okay, fellas. Now, we're going to talk about this in different dynamics. Okay, guys? Now, we're going to talk about work, women, and friends. Okay, fellas, now here's a nuance to silence. You have to be careful and be mindful of how you use this. We're going to use situational awareness today because being too silent and being too quiet, especially in the wrong scenarios with the wrong people, is going to make people suspicious of you and it's going to seem like you're plotting. Okay, guys, so you want to use this as a power and not it be a weakness. I'll give you an example. You know that kid in high school. He would wear all black fingernails, black eyeshadow, black lipstick, black everything. Okay, fellas? And he quiet as shit. And everybody's scared of him. And you ain't scared of him because of how he looked. Because if he looked how he looked and he was more sociable and personable, you would be okay. You probably just think he was a weirdo. But because he sticks to himself and he doesn't talk to everybody or anybody, and he's real inconspicuous, you wonder about him. You always think he's plotting. And if you don't believe me, just think about if in a lunchroom at the lunch table, he abruptly stood up and say, "I'm sick of this shit." Everybody would run. You got scared when I said it, okay, fellas? The reason why is because he doesn't understand silence. This motherfucker don't talk to anybody. Okay, guys? So, you got to talk to people. You can't become this incel loser and you lose all communication skills. Okay, fellas? So, but first thing, when you understand silence, and this is particularly with women, okay, guys? People usually, and in most cases, reveal more about themselves. Now, let me give you an example. On a first date, a common problem that a lot of men have, and I've done this before, but a common problem that a lot of men have is they talk too fucking much. And I'm not just talking about talking too much like they just telling the woman everything about him, what he like to do, what his dog name, his mama name, where he work, what he like to do for fun, what his goals are, how old he was when he learned how to walk and ride a bike. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about asking too many questions. Most men, they ask a question and they don't even understand how to ask a follow-up question or just be quiet. They ask a question, she give him an answer. He completely changed the conversation and topic and asks another question. Okay, guys? And don't even let the conversation flow. And therefore, he never really learns anything about this woman until later. You will notice a lot of red flags in women if you just shut up. Silence, my boy. All right, fella? That's the last time I'm going to do that, I promise. But if you just be quiet, okay, fellas, people, not only women, this is human nature. People love to talk about themselves. It's flattering. It's like, oh, me? You want to learn about me? I guarantee you. So if you can understand that and use that as a power, and you will learn way more about a woman. You don't have to ask her body count. That is an ancient myth that you will never understand and you will never learn. And you will kill yourself trying to figure out. Okay, but you will know at least a range. You'll know if it's high or low if you just be quiet because she'll tell you everything she do, where she go. You can, bro, okay, she go there. She been to what? Who paid for, ho. Date's over. Easy, okay? But if you talk too much, you'll never know. You can't conceal what you reveal. Okay, fellas? I don't even know if that's a saying or a quote, but I just said it. Now, number 2, fellas, when you understand silence, people cannot deceive you. When you keep your mouth closed and you don't tell people all your plans and all your business and what you plan to do and your future endeavors, they don't know your position. They don't know where you stand. Okay, fellas? They don't know. They have no idea. So they can't attack you. Okay, fellas? This is the art of war. All right, guys? I'll give you an example. And I'm going to give you some advice. If you're trying to get promoted at work, the last thing I need you to do, fellas, is brag, talk shit, fucking flatter yourself in front of your boss. Okay? 9 times out of 10, your boss has the potential, the authority, or the influence to determine whether or not you get promoted or not. Okay, fellas? But what a lot of guys do, because they're talented, because they're articulate, because they're intelligent, because they do their job very well, probably better than a person that's hiring them, they overshadow them with their accomplishments, with their charisma, with talking too much. Silence, my boy. Most men don't even know that your boss is jealous of you. And you're just throwing fuel on the fire by every time you get around him. You think you impressing him. You think you doing a good deed by saying how great you are. You know, when there's like a rookie or a new employee that's their first day and they're asking you for advice, read the room. Gee, if your boss is standing 6 feet away from you and that new person asks you for advice, you make sure when you give them advice and your boss can hear you out of his peripheral, you make sure you acknowledge that person. Okay, make it seem like that input or that advice you given was influenced by that higher up. I guarantee you, this ain't kissing ass. This is playing the fucking game. This is chess, G. Okay, guys? Too many of you guys, your ego too big. You want to be on the front line. You want everybody shh. Silence, my boy. Okay, guys? I guarantee you. This is law number 1. Of the 48 laws of power. This is the first one, G. Okay? And the reason why I think it's the first one is because this is the hardest one to understand because our egos are so big. We want to talk so damn much. And this is with women too. Okay, guys? When you talk so much, bro, guys, stop telling women you gonna do shit. Okay? Don't promise women anything. Because women never remember the shit you do. Gee, they never remember the shit that you do. They only remember the shit that you said you was gonna do that you didn't do. I guarantee you, because the first time, I'm going to tell you how I know it's true. Because when a woman say, you said you was going to do this, you ain't do this. The first thing men say is, but I did all of this. She don't give a fuck, G. She only care about the shit that you said. Now she can hold that shit over your head and fuck with you. All right, fellas, I guarantee you, bro. This is the game. This shit works across the board. All right, and this shit is funny to me because it's easy to understand when you break it down. It's real easy to understand. You can avoid so many problems by being quiet. All right, fellas? All right, guys. Number 3. Okay? Being silent is going to help you be able to deal with toxic people, a.k.a. narcissists. Okay, now, narcissists have a dire need. Okay, guys? A dire need for power. And that's mostly what we're talking about today. Okay, now let me show you how to gain your power over a narcissist. Now, a lot of men make this mistake. Women do it too, but mostly men. Over friendliness. Okay, and I'm going to tell you a story. I'm hanging out with my boys one day. It's his bachelor party. We playing pool in the backyard, all right, G? So he has a friend from high school that I don't know. So I guess before they introduced him to me, I guess they told him my name. So when he walked up to me, he was like, what's up, Keith? All right, now, G, my name is Keith. It is spelled Keith. Okay, now when he said it, he was like, what's up, Keith? He said it like Keith, like Chief Keith. Okay, now when he did it, I can see he had like a condescending tone. You know what I mean? Bro, this is a boundary test. Okay, fellas, this is what a lot of men do. Bro, I guarantee you, bro, male nature ain't no better than female nature, bro. It ain't no better. Men are just as narcissistic as women. Okay, fellas, now, what I had to do and what I did in that situation, he was like, what's up, Keith? I was like, G, what's up? And I put my hands in my pocket. I ain't shake his hand. Now, it may look disrespectful, but G, that's my boundary. That ain't my name. And we not about to start off this relationship like that. Okay, fellas, because what happens is these jokes, okay, fellas, these jokes not all means, bro. I'm a chill ass dude. But if I don't know you, I have to set that boundary. Because in my past, when I didn't set that boundary with people who I just met, especially other men, and they tried me like that, later on, there was a power imbalance. Okay, fellas, so it's these small little things, situational awareness, understanding, and you don't have to be mean about it. It's just like, gee, that's not my name. Like, for future references, let's not do that. It's either Keith or KD. Okay, fellas? Straight up. And when I told him that, he was like, oh, my bad, Keith. I appreciate it. And after then, this man has high respect for me. And it started off with that small encounter. With this power imbalance, this shit happens in relationships. Okay, guys? Bro, if you have a woman at the beginning, if she does something disrespectful, don't laugh it off, G. This is anybody at work, with women, with friends. Don't laugh this shit off. This over friendliness, bro. All right, bro. People, I guarantee you, if you give people an inch, they will take a mile. Okay, it's just like when people, and this is off topic from silence, but it's just like when people ask you for something and you're too friendly or too genuine or too generous. They keep asking, and you can't say no at one point. And then when you finally do say no, they stand over you and say, how can you say no to me? And then you feel bad. Why? Because you got in that habit of saying yes. It's a power imbalance. Okay, guys? It all relates. All this shit relates to power. But in relation to narcissists, bro, when people make dumbass jokes about you that is disrespectful, goes against your morals, values, and codes, this is one thing I take pride in. My fucking name. Don't call me out my name. If it ain't Keith or KD, bitch, you can call me Mr. Davis all you like. I don't give a shit. All right, but don't call me out my name. So I had to stand on that. Okay, fellas, you can't, bro. I'm telling you, G, it's gonna save you a lot of fucking problems, a lot of trouble. All right, now, guys, I got another story. All right, when you understand silence, people can't use your words against you. One beautiful Saturday morning, I'm sitting in my fucking office, G, all right? Drinking my coffee. I got my candle lit, bro. Nice vanilla tobacco smell, G. I'm listening to jazz in the background. I'm from New Orleans, G, so jazz is nostalgic for me, especially early in the morning, all right? So I'm having a good Saturday morning. I'm feeling good. I got a date night that night, so I'm feeling real good, all right? So lo and behold, and I'm like, gee, nobody can't fuck up my energy today, all right? So lo and behold, somebody walk into my office. This is one of the salesmen. He needs a folder that has personal information for a customer from my office because I don't know what he had to do with it. So I'm telling him, gee, it's protocol, store policy. I can't give you the folder. Why? Personal information. If it leaks, I'm in trouble. Okay, I make a lot of money. I can't afford to be in trouble. All right, so he proceeds to go behind my desk, G, and take the folder. All right, outside of my permission. Now, this is outside of my control because I can't forcefully move him from behind my desk. Why? Because we're at work. Okay, fellas, now, what I decided to do was yell at him, hey, bro, give me back the folder. And he's walking off. And he's saying, like, okay, whatever, like in a condescending way. I'm like, bro, give me the folder. Now, the third time I said, give me the folder, when I said it, I said, gee, bring me back the folder or else I'm going to grab your collar and drag you to me and take the folder. Now, obviously, that's fighting words, all right, G? I didn't expect anything less. It's fighting words. So he turns around like, what? I'm like, G, it's whatever. So we going back and forth. Now, this is the problem with this. I had a reputation, okay, guys? Not only did I have haters at that job who wanted to take me down, but I had a reputation of being a hothead. So all I did was throw fuel on the fire when I decided to crash out on him. Okay, fellas? Now, if I would have just kept the fuck quiet, okay, guys, and not involve myself in this fucking emotional little bullshit I was in, gee, I guarantee you at some point my boss would have caught him with that fucking folder and he would have came back to me like, Keith, I thought I told you not to give him the folder. Now I'd be like, gee, check it on camera. And he would have checked it on camera and everything would have been good. Okay, fellas, it's the same way when guys reply to negative comments online. Okay, fellas, bro, when you do this, all you do is validate people's shit. The shit that they saying about you. Okay, so if you have a reputation of being a crash out or being a hothead, shut the fuck up. Because all they gonna do is use that shit to antagonize you. See, I told you. See, I told you was gonna get mad. Bro, be quiet. All right, fellas? And also, when you're dealing with women, bro, stop promising women that you're going to do them something. Don't tell a woman you're going to do anything for her, bro. I guarantee you, women never remember the shit you do for them. They only remember the shit that you don't do. So in all situations, bro, especially with protecting your reputation, this is why silence is so important, okay? Because if you got a habit of making promises and declarations and you're not fulfilling them, people will use it against you and tarnish your reputation because they have a track record of you not fulfilling promises. Yes, things happen out of control, but people can consider and understand that. But when you're constantly running your fucking mouth, okay, guys, it's like when you get pulled over by the fucking car. I remember, bro, when I was in college, right? I'm in a car with my homeboy, or we hotboxing the car. We get pulled over by the cops. We got like 10 ounces in the back seat under the seat, G. When the cop pulled us over, he asking us, obviously the car's full of smoke, so we about to go to jail already. All right, but he wasn't going to search the car because we was college campus kids. He was just going to let the car sit and just take us in, write us some paperwork, give us a fine, and let us be. All right, so he got us up on the car, and the cop's like, do y'all got anything else in the car? My homeboy about to talk. I'm like, gee, I'm kicking him. Shut up! Silence, my boy! Bro, it's be quiet. All right, G? Be quiet. All right, fellas. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's your boy KD. Alright, y'all go check out this video, man. We out of here, baby.